What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Planet Doubt channel where we doubt everything. I'm here with the squad. My name is Chris.
Six Drive in the building.
I see you.
Man, neat.
And it's your boy John Lewis, and welcome back to a segment we like to call One Got a R.I.P. One Got a R.I.P. So in this segment, one of the squad members will introduce four choices of whatever they decided to choose and present to the squad. Hopefully the four choices are great enough that is going to pain you and kill you to get rid of one, but you have to do it. Well, it just so happens that it's my turn today. So I will present to the Squizod a one got RIP, four options, and we will have to not battle it out, but we all have to give our reasoning and of what we're going to get rid of, and let's see how it goes. So for this one got an RIP, I got 90's TV shows.
Ooh, okay.
We got Fresh Prince.
Ooh.
Boy Meets World.
Oh, man. Off those two alone.
Wayne Brothers, and Full House.
Oh, God. Okay.
So I went two black, two white.
Equality.
There's a lot of ways I could have gone about it.
We cannot be canceled. This is equality.
Equality.
I could have sworn you were going to say Martin.
Oh, man.
Like I said, I had a lot of ways I could have gone about it, but I'm gonna go this way. So we got Fresh Prince, Wayne Brothers, Boy Meets World, Full House. One got an R.I.P.
And the Boy Meets World.
Nah, Boy Meets World is like the Topanga and Corey Matthew relationship alone.
The greatest relationship of all time.
Yeah,
Yes,
I feel like I was in a relationship. Like anytime they broke up, my heart was in pain.
Bro.
Oh my God.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's definitely not going to be Boy Meets World, dog, because I
Manny
just
with the
can't do
quick.
it. I just
This
can't
man,
do
Manny.
it. I just
Manny
can't
waits.
do it.
This man always tells us right away.
No. I'm not saying it's going to be that one. I'm
No,
saying
yeah.
it's not
Okay.
going to be that one. I own the box sets. Like, there's no way I can pick Boy Meets World. Boy.
You have all the seasons?
Yeah, all the seasons.
Really?
Yes.
I
dog.
gotta say the same thing. Boy Meets World. Once Disney Plus came out, I saw every single episode from beginning to end.
Dog.
So that's how you know I love that show.
Yeah,
It's
it
too
can't
good.
be- It can't be that one.
Such a good show that literally every character for the most part could hold their own.
Mm-hmm.
You like a lot of characters almost equally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I feel you.
Sean, Corey, Topanga,
Mr. Feeney.
Mr.
Feeney.
Feeney. Shout out Mr. Feeney. That's a
Feeney.
goat right there, bro.
Greatest
You got
teacher of
Mink.
all time.
Minkus.
Chanel West Coast.
What?
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen that?
Yeah, they look
yeah.
alike. They look alike.
Minkus looks like
I'm
Chanel
like,
West
what?
Coast.
Picture it in your head.
Eric Matthews.
Yes, Eric, one of the
sir.
funniest characters in that show.
Mr.
And let's not forget. I said, you know where I'm going with this.
I already know what you're going with this.
What was Eric
don't know.
Matthews and Sean's roommate, Maitland?
Oh,
Maitland
my
Ward.
God.
Yeah.
She's
What
doing
was her
very
name in
good
the
right
show?
now.
Rachel.
Rachel. You can find her in your local porn website.
Your
She
local
does porn now.
Yeah.
What was her
But-
name again? What was her name? So I can write it.
Something. It's Maitland Ward, I believe.
I'm
Maitland
kidding.
Ward.
I'm kidding.
She's
I don't
cashing
know.
out right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, dog. Like literally, all those characters like hold their own. Like I love them equally. Like
Bro, and
Sean,
yeah.
like Eric.
And it's also the fact that these guys, like, it starts off where he's like a little kid in like the sixth grade and
Yes.
follows him to the end of college, bro. Like
That's
that.
is
crazy.
You get to see everything.
And
him-
with the
him go
same
through
teacher.
everything. Word.
Mr. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney at every year.
They had one
I think
school in
Mr.
that town.
Nah, word.
Mr. Feeney got all the good advice by the fence, boy.
Yeah.
You try to hear. I was like, pull up to the fence. I got some.
Nah,
some
I
for you.
felt like I was raised partially by Mr. Feeney, dog. Like
Yeah.
some of the shit
Word.
he said, like yo, it was too good.
That's
Like, that
crazy.
show is incredible. Dog.
I think
Trying to
Topanga was my first
Crush?
first crush.
TV crush?
Yes.
Bro,
For
she's still
sure.
my crush, dog.
Yes.
What's the
What
Oh
year
my
did
God,
that
she's
show
still
come
bad.
out?
top tier?
Yeah,
No, I
I
feel
think
you.
90s. Yeah.
That's
Freaking-
90s to early 2000. I'd say.
It
Yeah,
breaks my
the-
heart that Topanga didn't marry Corey Matthews in real life.
Yeah,
spoiler.
Like,
Oh,
in real life.
real life spoiler. Real life spoiler.
I'm like, no, yeah, this is the whole show. Y'all couldn't just get married in real life.
Word,
Like, just do us a favor.
they were in my heart. They were meant to be, though. Like,
For real.
they were
No,
meant
when they broke up and then they went to Disneyland when they were young.
Oh my god, bro! Come on, dog.
Is that the one
And
where
then
they
my
were
dog-
like feeding the animals?
dolphins?
Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dolphins.
And then my dog Corey always used to pop up on the window with like the ladder with a quick like apology.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
dog.
can't remember
Dude,
the
lit, bro.
names. I can't remember the names, but a shout out to the cool teacher.
Mhm.
Mr.
I
Turner.
don't remember his
Oh,
name.
Turner.
Who,
That was Turner.
who took in Sean for a
Yes,
while.
bro.
That was
Oh,
one of the
that's
best
right,
episodes of
that's
the whole
right.
show.
Low key a better dad than Sean's actual dad. R.I.P.
Yeah.
But low key
I
though,
forgot my bad.
Oh, that hurt.
even though when his dad died, that was probably the saddest.
That
episode.
hurt, that hurt,
nah,
for
that
sure.
shit was terrible, man. Oh my god.
The
Yeah,
bullies.
tried.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
my god.
The
Frankie's
big one.
Taquino.
Wow.
Frankie's Taquino.
And the posse, the big dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
He's
yeah.
bro.
poetic as hell.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
the posse,
timid.
yeah, because the bullies changed like twice or like 2 or 3 times, but the
Mhm.
Yeah.
bullies stayed the same with like
Yeah.
the big dude. And he always played
Now
like
he's
the
doing a
same
podcast
character.
with us. Look at that.
Oh my god, this guy. Disrespect.
He always like plays that character in every
Yeah.
fucking thing he was in after that too.
I don't know
But yeah,
about y'all, but was it Sean, Eric's friend and Maitland Ward, like their apartment was so fire. Like
Hell
that-
yeah.
It was,
I
it was
remember-
like
I
2
remember
floors.
watching
Like,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember watching that as a kid. I
Like
was like,
one and
yo,
a
that
half?
apartment is sick. Like I would love some shit like that.
Now, question.
Plays with squirrels. The goat.
I remember what you're talking
Yeah, I don't
about.
remember Plays with
Sean.
Squirrels.
No, I
That's,
remember what you're talking about.
That's what's his name? Eric.
As Eric, yeah, in the
He went
future.
on a trip, and then
Oh
he came
my
back
God.
to talk to Mr.
Oh,
Field.
yeah. He was like Evan Almighty.
Yeah, word.
Which ones did you guys enjoy most though? Like the later shows or like the early shows? Like college years, middle school year, or high school years? Like, what were you?
So like I think when I was younger, I enjoyed like the younger ones, but like probably as soon as I got into middle school, I enjoyed like the high school and college
Yeah.
episodes way more. And today it's the same thing. Like I enjoy those like way more for sure.
I have to agree with Manny. Like that's why that show is so good. Like you were so comfortable, and they kept the consistency all
Yeah.
the way from they were young till when they were older. And it just
Yeah.
felt like so natural. So like I'm gonna have to go with Manny. Where I appreciate the college episodes a little more now that I'm older.
Facts.
Because we aged, the show aged, and I think we aged together, and it just went well.
Yeah.
So whatever you were
But
watching,
even
at the time
now
was
is-
great.
Even now it's grown though. Like I watch it when they were in like
Mhm.
middle school
Oh,
too.
yeah, definitely. It's a great ass show. These kids acting that young at age, and like you feel like you're at home when you're watching that. Like it's so relatable, that show. Like it touches with everything. Like all the emotions. It's funny. It's sad at sometimes. It's best friends. Everything. It has something
Another
for
iconic
everyone.
intro also.
Yeah.
Corey and fucking
Corey and Sean.
before we get to that, Corey and Sean dog, that friendship is nuts.
Yes,
Like,
dog.
they
That is
looked
the
out for each other
that
heavy,
might be
dog.
the best TV friendship. Like is Corey and Sean. Because
I have to think about
boys,
that.
Yeah, and
Another-
like you said, like even all the intros they had for the show was fire.
And that boy meets my.
walking down this road. Too good.
They were in the cars, right? That's the intro. They're like in the
Yeah.
backseat of
Yeah.
the car. It's Topanga and Corey.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, like that relationship is iconic. Topanga and Corey, but yeah, like that show is just too good, top to bottom. I didn't even realize like that we basically grew up with them as well. I think I had one more point, but I low key forgot.
We're not going to
What?
talk about Girl Meets World. We're not going to talk
Yeah,
about
that's exactly what I was gonna bring up, Chris. I was
We're
gonna say
not
the
talking-
downfall.
I heard you. I heard you think
The downfall where Disney
That's
fucked it
its
up,
own
dog.
show. That's its own show. That
Yeah,
is
it's a
not part
different
of our-
universe.
it's Hollywood
I will
giving
say,
up.
let me tell you something real quick. Because although we probably didn't care about it because it's different for us, I'm pretty sure that show got a good reception from the people that did watch it. They said
Oh,
it was
really?
it was a pretty good show. I'm gonna
Well,
check myself.
did watch it though, as in like people who enjoy Boy Meets World, or just newer audiences?
I think newer
I mean,
audiences.
I guess the newer, like the people that actually, I mean, I don't know how many people.
I think
that saw
the
old
thing
ones
with
watch
that
this whole one.
show is it kind of messed up because like the people who wanted to see that show were the people that were older already, but it still had the kids
Right.
vibe into it. So like,
Yeah, they tried to redo the same thing, and
Yeah.
you can't really do that with the
so
older
like
crowd. I feel you.
it like in the show they did bring back some people that were like in the past episodes, and that's what like they brought
They brought back almost everybody. 'cause
Yeah.
none of them are doing shit right now.
Maitland Ward.
Yeah, word. That's the only one.
She's
That's
cashing out right now.
Yeah,
That's
pretty-
another thing. Did a lot of those actors didn't grow into like other films and shit like that?
I don't think
A
so.
lot of those, yeah. None of, I mean, I know the guy that plays Sean, like,
Yeah, he
was
did
in
some
like,
movies.
I think he was in Cabin Fever,
Yeah, he was.
and like that, yeah. That, but I think that's it. I don't know if he was in anything else.
I think I've seen
I
the guy who
haven't
plays
seen
Eric. The guy who plays Eric, I've seen him in a few.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
he-
does a lot of cartoon voices.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
voiced
does.
Ron Stoppable from
Mhm.
Kim Possible.
Yes,
from Kim
and,
Possible.
and Batman Beyond. He voiced the main character in Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he went on to do
So-
some good
Yeah.
things. Topanga just lived her life being valid, and that's fine with me.
That's fine. She's still bad. She's still bad. That's fine.
She's still bad.
She's still
No,
bad.
The guy who plays Corey, I can never see him doing anything else. 'cause
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He
Dog.
always
That's
has to be Corey.
Matthews. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Do
curse.
a Boy Meets World movie and be Corey Matthews in that.
Y'all saw
Alright,
that
so
Mr.
we
Feeney
got-
saved some guy the other day?
Nah,
Mr.
I
Feeney
didn't.
saved some guy from being robbed. Like the actual Mr. Feeney,
In
like the
real
old
life?
man in real life, saved
What
some
the
kid
heck?
from getting robbed.
Dog,
He tackled
still
like the
help the
robber or
kids out.
something
Still
like
help
that.
the kids out.
Mr. Feeney,
You'll love to see it.
he's still alive. I don't know why you're pointing. I'm pointing up. But
You keep doing that, yeah. Like all these people are R.I.P. and still be here.
Mr. Feeney.
one got an R.I.P.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
but
speaking of R.I.P., Fresh Prince.
Oh, that was
Oh,
dark.
Uncle Phil?
Damn, dog. That was,
yeah,
that was
what's
hella
up?
dark.
I don't know where you were trying to go with that.
Nice. Now I'm depressed.
Damn.
Rest in peace, James Avery.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
but nah, Fresh
Uncle
Prince
Phil.
though, dog. That like if you talk about the shows that came out during that time, at least for me personally, that's amongst like the funnier shows, dog. Like Fresh Prince, dog. Like the comedy in that is just like top tier to me, dog. Like with
Yeah.
him,
Another
Carl
crazy
Bass.
cast. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, dog.
Fresh Prince is the
Yo,
goat.
are y'all hold up? Are y'all team light skin and Viv or
I
dark
knew
skin?
you were gonna say that. Light skin.
Light skin. What? Nah, wildin'.
What? Nah,
Wildin'.
dark skin.
Dark skin and Viv.
Dark skin
all day.
had all the tough conversations with Will and all the
Yeah, you're
powerful
right, you're right.
moments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
As far as Fresh Prince in this list, I think it's top tier. I love that show from beginning to end. I can watch that show whenever. Will Smith is incredible in it. Well, it's his show and he ran it perfect.
How come you
First
don't
time
want me, man?
acting. First time acting.
too. Yeah,
Crazy, dog.
James
Yeah,
Avery,
coming
Uncle
off of-
Phil.
Coming off of being a hip hop artist who did so good in the first album and then lost it all second album, and then was presented this by none other than Quincy Jones
Mhm.
and his team. And so that story alone is fucking nuts, dog.
Yeah.
Let me just bring this up now. Now that we're on iconic intros, that is the iconic intro. I don't think there's any.
the story.
I don't think there's
anybody
anything-
can sing that. Anybody.
Yeah,
Can
I don't
sing
think
that.
there's
Right.
any other intro that's more iconic than that one.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah,
facts.
Will Smith, incredible for his first acting gig. James Avery, Uncle Phil, was a father to most people through a TV show, and of course we can always go back to that one powerful moment that gets everyone.
How
Well,
come
Will
you
has
don't
to
want
talk
me,
about it.
man?
Yeah, man.
Sport.
Even
Which was
thinking-
half improv, by the way.
Yeah,
Damn.
Just nuts.
based on Will's real life, which is crazy.
No,
Yeah,
I heard
I
that was
don't-
actually. I heard that was a hoax.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, that it wasn't actually based on his real life. Yeah.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the improv.
No, not that.
Oh, I thought. Well, I was led to believe that was like he felt emotions from his actual life, and he brought that into the show. But
I thought you were
regard-
saying like he was talking like about his actual pop or something. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was led to believe.
Nah, I heard that was BS. Though.
All right. Well, regardless, that performance, even half improv, was still amazing because you felt all the raw emotions.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
And-
no matter when you like, every time that shit comes up, you have to
Yeah.
tear up, dog.
Exactly.
Every time.
Automatically.
You want to watch it, but you don't want to watch it because you're not trying to cry. Like, what the fuck?
Bro,
And
all
yeah.
the-
So go ahead, man. Go ahead.
yeah,
man.
no, all the moments with Carlton dog doing the fucking
Carlton.
The Carlton dance is
yeah,
iconic.
Most
Yeah.
iconic
Let's not-
dance.
Let's not skip over this. Carlton was supposed to be replaced, by the way.
no way. Are you
You
serious?
didn't know that?
No,
Yeah, no.
R.I.P.
They got
This
they
man.
had a new director, or there was somebody on the team that was new, and they were like, "Yo, I don't really think Carlton like is good enough to play like that role." And they had auditions for other Carlton, and none of them fit like what Carlton already was doing,
Yeah.
Damn.
which is nuts. And shout out to Carlton, he's Dominican.
Yes,
His name is
sir.
Alfonso.
Oh, what's up for the culture?
Yes, sir.
His name is Alfonso.
Alfonso Figueroa. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Carlton-
even all the siblings, like they were all great.
Ashley
Like
Banks.
Manny said, I choose dark skin and Viv over light skin. Ashley was awesome. Hillary.
But you know, that's another
Hillary
thing.
was so bad.
Dark Skin and Viv got kicked out because she was bringing drama to the set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she brought the drama when it came to the serious scenes because she killed it with Will and all those other scenes. As funny as that show is, it shows you so many like real life situations and how to handle them and those talks that you go through in life. So like that show to me, I will never, not even a thought of taking that off my list. That's top tier to me.
Dog. Like I said, like we said, Carlton, the Carlton dance,
Yep.
and even in this, like you said, storyline wise, like black family in a rich neighborhood, and then all those obstacles that they even faced.
Yeah,
like
and they explored like all that shit. Like
Right.
they explored Carlton getting pulled over, like 'cause he was
Pulled over.
black. Like it was crazy, dog.
Yeah, those character
Yeah.
arcs are amazing, man. Like if you think about it, how pissed off Uncle Phil was when Will first moved into the house, and he was like try to make him as proper as possible and try to treat him like teach him proper etiquette. And then like you can see through the seasons that Uncle Phil is slowly getting calmer and picking up some of Will's mannerisms and stuff like that. So like they just start to understand each other, and I think it's really cool.
Another thing I really liked about that show is that they used to break the fourth wall, and it would be funny as hell, dog.
Yeah.
Like there's one episode where like Uncle Phil like looks at Will and he's like, "Come on, who's gonna take some kid from Philly with no acting experience and give him his own show?" And then Will like looks at the camera like, "That shit is too funny."
That's another thing. Like I wonder how much of it was improvised and written, because like you said, it was a truly funny show. You know what I'm saying? And like they were saying it so it seemed so genuine that I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it was just off the rip, like them on the spot, like going back and forth. Because Will's responses to everything was hilarious. And let's not forget about my dog, Jeffrey the butler.
Yep.
My dog was salty and petty, the most pettiest.
Word. Oh my god!
That man will make a joke and a statement and just walk out the room.
And he would say it like helicopter, so nobody catches it.
And then he had the fake British accent.
Wait, that was fake?
You didn't remember there was a thing where Will was like, "All right, drop the accent. We know you're faking or some shit like that." Unless I could be mistaken, but
I don't remember that.
I don't think that was fake. I think that
the guy in real life is British.
Yeah, no, but John, I think that there was there was actually an episode where somebody else did that. It wasn't Jeffrey though. But there was somebody that Will was talking to, and he was like, "Yo, please just drop the accent." Like he had like a hard ass New York accent after. Yeah.
Right. Dog, but you remember the episode where this man? This is so fucked up, dog. Will and Carlton, they faked Jeffrey winning the lotto.
Oh my god!
And then he quit his job.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so fucked up.
I quit. Did he go around the house yelling, "I quit"?
Yes.
I quit.
In case you haven't realized yet.
I quit.
And then the episode that Carlton goes to Compton.
Oh my god! He becomes a fucking G. Yeah.
I'm sleeping on the floor tonight.
And they get the message.
Dog, that show is too good. Dog.
Oh lord.
What's it called? The party episode where they have
he has the rubber ducky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Carlton has the rubber duck. The party in the back.
But what episode? What was that episode consisting of? Because weren't they like reliving that night or like a dream or something? Because they were recalling that night differently. Because Carlton will do something different every time that scene came up or something.
It was like Hangover.
I don't know what the fuck it was, but yeah, like we said, Ashley Banks, and then the fine ass light skinned sister. What's her name? Hillary.
One time for the most useless character in probably the history of television, Trevor. That's his name,
Trevor?
right? Hillary's boyfriend that died.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Right.
He died in a bungee jump trying to propose.
That's that was the newscaster, right?
Everyone's response here
so.
just proved my point.
That shit was
Who was that? Oh wait, oh yeah.
Ashley, will you marry me? Boom.
Well, if we're talking characters, we got to give it up to my boy Jazzy
Jazz,
gets
Yeah.
kicked out of the house every.
Yeah,
The
that
most
handshake
iconic
is
handshake.
iconic.
One
Yes.
of, yeah,
Yep.
one of the best handshakes.
Now, every time this man Will brought Jazz to something, he was always fucking it up, dog.
Yeah, facts.
Giving out the wrong he giving out the address to every party.
Always trying to
Like,
get
no
with
family.
the sister.
With
I
Hillary.
mean, can you
Oh,
blame
yeah,
him though?
yeah.
Can you blame him?
That's true though.
Hillary was
Didn't
extra
he
bad.
succeed one time
He
though?
did, yeah. There was
think
one
one
time
time.
where
Like, he took her on a
He
date.
had to.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
tried every fucking time.
You
Like
missed
a Fresh
100% of the
Prince.
shots you don't take.
Exactly.
Fresh Prince, and then like growing up and becoming a sneakerhead, and then watching like Fresh Prince, and you like recognize
That's
all
right.
the Jordans
The
and shit.
drip, dog. Hell yeah.
And then a lot of also hip hop artists made it on that show, or like just a lot of famous people. A lot of like
I think Biggie was on that show, wasn't
He was in Martin. I don't know if he was in
Martin,
that show.
he? Really?
Yeah.
Trump was on that show
Yeah.
Trump was on
I
that
saw that
show.
the other
Our
day.
president.
for the first time.
No, I saw that clip the other
That
day.
episode?
I've seen
Oh,
that
cool.
episode, but I saw that clip the other day. But
Word.
yeah, there was a bunch of famous people on there.
And it was one of the earlier shows, like in the '90s.
Yeah.
So the fact that a lot of the shows came out after and weren't as good as like the original is kind of crazy.
So what
But
else we got? What's next on the list?
I brought in my guilty pleasure, dog, and this is the Wayans brothers for.
Yeah.
Look, man, Pops is an
Iconic.
iconic fucking
Yeah.
father, dog.
R.I.P.
Bang, bang, bang.
R.I.P. to Pops.
R.I.P.
Oh, word.
dog.
R.I.P.
He did
for real.
pass.
R.I.P. for real.
John
Pops-
Witherspoon, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
John Witherspoon.
He-
R.I.P.
And the fact that wasn't their real dad in real life always fucked me up. Because
Yeah.
like their relationship in the show was so clean and
Definitely.
smooth and natural that I really thought like they were his kids for real.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, let's not forget about Sean and Marlon Wayans. And just that family alone, like the Wayne brothers, dog, like from my wife and kids to
Mhm.
what are the names again?
That
The
show is
rest of-
so good. My wife and kids.
Damian Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
Damon
family is
There's
so
1,000 of them.
talented. Mhm. That to me is one of the most. That show was really improv, most of it. So it speaks to the talent of Sean and Marlon just going back and forth. That show had Mr. Mosby. Did y'all remember that?
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah, I
word. He
remember that.
played like a pimp or something, right?
Yeah, he was he was
Yes.
TC.
Yes, that's
With
right.
the go-to.
He had fool. He had the fur on at all times with the quick
Damn, talk about opposite
part.
characters, bro. That's crazy.
Word. No, well, he did bring that flavor to
Yeah,
Sweet Up. He's like,
yeah.
Tony, peach pops.
Peach Post.
But personally, the Wayne Brothers is literally my favorite show of all time. Like I haven't sat there and not laughed every time an episode came on. And being from New York and just like relating to a lot of the shit that they experienced in New York in the city is crazy to me. Pop's Diner is iconic. And yeah, just Wayne Brothers is just one of my favorite shows.
For me, I have never sat there and watched like multiple episodes. I've always been the one to if it's on, I'll watch it because it is a funny show. I've never seen every episode or I haven't gone to binge every episode. It's a funny show. I wouldn't say it's one of my top shows because I haven't seen every episode and I haven't binged it like that. But the Wayans brothers out of that show are just one of my favorite groups of people and their talent and their writing and their movies are so funny with like Scary Movie, White Chicks,
Haunted
it's White
House,
Chicks, right? White Chicks, Haunted House, and others, but like Marlon and Sean have always been so funny their whole lives and just I appreciate them for them and my like you said, My Wife and Kids is one of my favorite shows. I love that show so much.
That's a great show too.
I'm gonna show respect.
Shout out to Tribe Called Quest on the intro song, dog.
Word.
That's a great intro
fire.
too. That's another great intro.
That's fucking fire.
We're brothers.
But that's two separate. It like that. All their intros are lit because they have that one, and then just like you said, like the electric. I forgot the name of it. It's
electric relaxation.
Yeah, from Tribe.
Yeah.
And that's another show that really had a whole bunch of hip hop artists come through and make cameos. I forgot Mr. Mosby was on there. But yeah, dog, it's just I relate too much to that show, just living in New York in general. But to me, improv comedy on the spot, like they take it from me.
Everywhere you look, everywhere.
Full House.
Dog, my dog, Full House. So you know this show's weird, dog, because like when I was younger, like I fucked with this show heavy, bro. Like I used to
Mhm.
love the show, and even going into high school, I really liked the show.
Yep.
But like as an adult, like I tried to go back and watch it, and like I don't know, man. Like it doesn't. I don't know if maybe that's just me, but it doesn't hit me.
And
the
you're
same.
talking about, you're not even talking about the new shit. You're talking about the old shit.
No, yeah, I'm not talking about the. I think
that
I've
new
seen like
shit is
one or two episodes of the new shit. I'm not interested.
It's trash. It's trash, but I still watch.
Fuller
Yeah.
House.
Right. I haven't recently, but, so I see what you're saying, but let's just break down the pros of the show. The
Yeah, for
cast
sure.
is great. Fucking
Yeah.
John Stamos,
My dog with the
Bob
cut it
Saget.
out, boy, yo.
who lived like under the fucking stair.
You got a whole family down there.
Word. Yeah, you got Uncle Jesse, Bob Saget, which is sus
Yep.
outside of the show.
Yeah, facts.
You got
Danny Tanner.
Mary Kay and Ashley, Danny Tanner.
Olsen, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uncle
that's
Joey. That's the chick
interesting.
that she isn't she going to jail? What's her name?
Oh
Aunt
yes,
Becky?
the mom.
Yeah, she was
Aunt
like
Becky.
yeah.
And
She was like bribing schools or something for her kids,
Yep.
something like that.
And
Yeah.
Becky was valid. It's still valid. That's another crush I had when I was a kid.
Nah, I was never an Aunt Becky guy.
And
Dog.
oof.
I think I was. Too.
Topanga, yeah. Hillary, yeah. Aunt Becky. Might have to miss me with that.
Full House. I will always love watching that show. It's just another show that like I watch it and I could just relax to it because like it occasionally is funny, but like there's also just like some good scenes and some heartfelt scenes and like I love all the characters. I like Uncle Joey. I like Uncle Jesse. I like Danny Tanner. Even he's funny. Like DJ, Steph.
But let's be real though, because the more I hear you talk about it, I don't know. Dog. Like I feel like we're in the most better scenes when Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joey are like in it.
Yeah,
But
and they're
everything
talking
else-
to like Michelle or Steph
Yeah,
or DJ. Yeah, but Danny
'Cause
had
I
his
feel-
moments.
yeah, but
Bob Saget.
I'm trying to go between you and Manny, where Manny's like, as an adult, I see it a certain way, and then I hear you go, yeah, it wasn't that funny, or it wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we just like, we have to love it because we grew up on it and we're just so familiar with the cast, or was it really a good show?
No, I still watch the reruns like whenever they're on, and every time I watch, I'm always enjoying myself. It's just like such a calming show, and like you know what you're gonna get every time. You're always gonna get that heartfelt part, and then a little bit of funny, and like I said, I love all the characters. So like, and I could put that on anytime, and I could watch. And I watch the newer episodes of Fuller House, which is terrible. I'm not gonna try to defend it, but I still watch. So I'm a huge Full House fan.
Yeah, same. Personally, this is probably my favorite show on this list. I'll probably take Full
Full
House.
House
over
for
it.
real?
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah, growing up watching that show, it was just, I don't know, it was just so easy to watch. And not only easy to watch, but easy to watch with your family. Like,
Yeah.
my parents watched, they barely spoke English. They didn't understand too
That's
much.
true.
And they could still watch the show with me and understand. And they never touched on, and like, you know, it's like always family friendly, but it's like deep stuff sometimes that they
Yeah.
talk about. And it always hit. And it was very easy to watch, and just grew up. I learned a lot. I mean, I can't tell you off the top of my head, like, stuff that I learned, but I remember it was a big influence.
You know what it
growing up.
is also. I kind of associate it with like a time. Like I remember whenever I'd watch Full House, it'd be like either Nick at Night, like
Yeah,
late,
that's true.
and it'd be like before a school night, something like that. Just watch a couple episodes, and then you got to go to sleep and then go to school, and like
Yeah.
just like thinking about like those old times and feeling like nostalgic and stuff like that. I will just always appreciate that show.
Some of
It
those
takes me back to
episodes-
that time.
I like
And
that.
that theme song is
Asiya said,
undefeated.
yeah.
And,
like
yeah,
that.
all
I
iconic
said
theme
that.
songs.
Yeah,
It's
all these
a-
shows
it's
are iconic.
It's an easy watch with the fam too. 'Cause, Fresh Prince too.
I
Boy
feel like
Meets
Fresh
World,
Prince
it
is like,
depends.
at least for me personally, I don't know how your parents were, but a lot of the stuff that went on in Fresh Prince, my parents wouldn't have got any of like the references or any of the jokes, or I don't know, they wouldn't have gotten much out
Yeah.
of.
I would say
of
Full
most of
House
it.
is more of a family friendly type show.
Yeah, I don't think our parents would have gotten anything from Boys Meets World.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
honest, like I don't think I watched like the only type of shows I'd watch with my parents were like game shows, or like we watched what's that show with the improv? Oh my god, with Drew Carey as the host.
Whose line is it? Whose line
Yes,
is it?
yeah, like we would
That
watch
show,
that.
I
you
love
know?
that show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for
that's
again
fire
for a different
show.
podcast.
Wayne Brady. Wayne
that
Brady.
show's fire. Yeah. But we would watch shows like that. Like I don't think I would watch
And you,
sitcoms.
oh well, you
with my
had
parents.
your parents probably English speakers. I was watching Cien Mexicanos Dijeron, and what was the other one? Guerra de los Sexos.
Yeah.
Those are the shows we were watching.
But I mean, even though our parents might have not been watching it, it is out of all the shows probably the show to
Full
easily
House.
watch with your family. Uncle Jesse was a fire musician. The boy could play everything. He could sing. He was like trying to be
His career was
Elvis.
struggling.
Yeah, what happened to that?
His career was struggling, and then he had like the one song.
The whole fucking show?
Yeah, I don't remember him ever being like. I mean, he brought back that.
He had like a band. I remember.
What was that
Yeah.
place? Jesse and the Rippers or something like that.
Yeah.
Jesse and the Rippers.
He had a couple breaks, but
They built up the. I don't remember the name of the place. They used to play somewhere.
I think
Remember they were
didn't he ultimately host like a radio show with Joey? Wasn't that
that's what I
like
keep thinking.
something like
what they
that.
ended up doing?
I think so. Something like
Yeah.
that. I remember that episode with Jesse when he was. The man was going crazy. He was going through like some midlife crisis. And he was like on the roof of some building about to do some crazy motorcycle stuff.
Oh yes.
Oh, I do remember that.
Motorcycle, yeah.
It's like a lot of good memories from that show for
Yeah,
sure.
you can't forget American and Ashley, the two twins in the show.
Michelle, yeah,
where
Michelle.
they had to switch them out every
Right.
every scene. That's crazy. Just
Yeah,
think
they
that
about
is
might
it.
have
nuts.
messed up their lives unintentionally, but
Well, they're
They killed
they're
it.
child
they killed it.
actors.
I mean, no, that's what I'm saying because they went through a lot as kids. Like even since they were like literally when they were born, they were still the baby, right?
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
Even
they
as a
were there
they
for
were,
baby.
they were
toddler.
in the shots.
But that's crazy.
And you see
They
them
had
now, they're living a life.
their fame during those years though. Like their child actor years was crazy. They had all these
Even-
Yeah,
movies.
because they did other movies.
Yeah, they did a bunch of movies, shows, stuff like that. After
It's
that.
the same thing with Zach and Cody. They literally did the same thing. Zach and Cody used to
Nah,
when
but
they were
I don't
kids.
think they blew up like that though. Like the Olsen
Yeah.
twins did.
Nah. they
Yeah,
didn't.
not
I mean, I don't know.
not
Not
to the
as that
extent of
level. no.
Full
Not
House.
at that level.
What do you
not at that
mean?
level.
What?
Not
They-
as that
they're
Zack
level.
and
both-
Cody is not even a better show than Full House, so that's strike one.
No, but blowing up their careers like that, I don't know. It's pretty damn close.
Nah,
Yeah, after
Well-
you haven't heard about Mary Kate and Ashley for at least 10
Yeah,
or
but
15
because
years.
they had a
Their
full
movies
career
are way
Yeah.
more
before that.
iconic than the.
Well, now
the Sweet
they're
Life
they're
Boys stuff.
they're in fashion and they chose to stay out of that.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
saying
Light.
I'm not saying that Zach and Cody are better than Mary Kate and Ashley or more popular. I'm saying that Zach and Cody had that same type of
Oh yeah, they had
upbringing
they
because
did
they were
have
on
their
Friends.
Yeah,
They were on Friends, and they would switch out. They would switch out scenes. They were in Big Daddy, where they would switch out scenes. Zach and
I
Cody.
didn't
Yeah,
know
definitely.
that. I didn't.
All I was saying is
I
that they're
just
they're
found
definitely
out
in more
that they
shit.
were on Friends, but I didn't know they were switching them out.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
would
then-
switch in and out. And same thing for Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. They would switch out in that role too. They would be
Yeah, but-
switching out their whole careers until they got to.
But I
Zach-
wouldn't
uh,
compare
I
it at
would-
the
yeah.
level that Mary Kate
I
and
wouldn't try to
Ashley
compare
was.
that
Yeah.
to a
It's
Full
very
House where
similar upbringing.
You're on set literally maybe at least 5 days a week, maybe.
Yeah, and they had
That's like some
multiple
crazy
shows,
schedule.
multiple movies.
Yeah.
Like they
And there's not an
and they were
episode where
stars
you
in their
can't
movies.
Yeah,
have-
and they were
both of
looked
them
at as like the main star of Full
Yeah.
House too, and after that, so like that thing.
A shout out
Crazy.
to Jesse's twin boys, the little Elvises.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I just came to my head, but a little
Then
shout out to them.
how grown up did they get? They were just like they had like
I
the
don't
Justin
remember.
Bieber "Please Believe It" haircuts.
Yeah.
I think they got to like
Yeah.
age 4 or 5. I think they got to like age
Yeah.
4 or 5. Something
Damn,
like
there was that drug episode with Stephanie too. Damn, that was a
that.
lot.
Oh,
I'm not
that was a
gonna,
realistic
Yeah.
episode because after that she got heavy into drugs. But that's
Oh,
for
no
another
way. Damn.
podcast. No, but she's good now. She's
Yo,
clean
shout
now.
out to my dog Steve, eating everything in the house, dog.
Oh my god, fucking Steve. I hate Steve.
Why?
That's a hot take. I'll save it for
Fuck what you think? Steve is trash.
Pam is a bitch.
Alright.
All right, now that we've kind of explored every show, let's hear a one got an RIP from the squad. Chris, what are you RIPing out of this list? So yeah, let's not forget the shows. Just a quick reminder so the squad knows. We got Fresh Prince, Wayne Bros, Boy Meets World, and Full House. So Chris, what are you RIPing out of the list?
Out of these 4 iconic shows, I'm gonna RIP the Wayne Bros. Well, I'm sorry, John. I've watched all these 3 other shows in their entirety, and I love those shows with all my heart. The Wayne Bros.
So
is
you
still a
never
good
bang, bang, bang.
I'll live
You
with
never
it.
get Friday.
I'll live with their other content because they have a bunch of it, and I'm good with leaving this.
All right, so we got Jose next. What's your R.I.P. about?
Out of all the shows I've seen all, I love them all, but I'm sorry, I got an R.I.P. Full House.
Oh,
Damn.
Hey!
I just
We're
Because it was a
fucking
family
lit.
matter.
No, shut up. It's just from all of the other shows. Like I love Full House, but I would enjoy more every other show. I would laugh more about it watching them. With those other shows, I could see them anytime of day, and I could just get that in and have a good time. With Full House, I can't remember the last time I saw a Full House like episode. I watched it as a kid. But like during now, if I could pull up any of these shows, it'll be an easier time, I would say.
All right, so we got Chris R.I.P., Wayne Bros, Jose R.I.P., Full House. Asiel, what you got?
For me, I'm gonna have to R.I.P. the Wayne Bros. Because I don't remember many of the episodes. I do remember a lot of moments, but I can't recall any of the like full episodes. That's because when it, like during those times, I wasn't really watching the Wayne Bros. If I'm watching something, it'd probably be The Fresh Prince or Full House or, like you said, Boy Meets World.
No.
No, yeah. So from those four, I'd have to go with the Wayne Bros.
All right, and then you never get. Don't tell nobody.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
All right, Manny, what you got?
All right. So all great shows. Of the four, like here's the thing. So like every one of these shows literally like helped like raise me. Like they helped mold me to the person I am today in a different way. The only show that doesn't have that, and this is why I'm RPing it, is the Wayans Brothers. So I love the show, great show, super funny. And to be honest, if I watched it now, I've watched it like maybe within the last year. I know I watched like an episode, and for sure I would enjoy that more than watching Full House now. But it's just that again, though, like growing up, Full House was such a part of my life. Like I really can't let it go. So that's really what it is, and that's gonna have to be Wayans Bros.
I feel you because that is the thing with the Wayne brothers. Like I've honestly maybe a handful of people I know that watch the show. Like not have a take that it's a bad or good. They just never got to watch it, to get around to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely suggest watching it. But if I'm RIPing one, it's definitely not the Wayne Bros. That's my favorite show of all time. But I'm not gonna lie, like Manny and Chris did not help the case for Full House. I got an RIP Full House, like my dog Jose, dog. Like I feel like it's almost like a Hey Arnold like effect. Like I remember fucking with it, I respect it, but I didn't really like. I feel like I had to like it than actually liking it. And Boy Meets World and Fresh Prince were just Boy Meets World, Fresh Prince, and Wayne Brothers. Just like you said, Manny, like those shows have impacted me more than Full House. Full House was just a good watch whenever I decided to actually watch it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with RP Full House, like Jose.
We always got those two that we know are not leaving that list.
Yeah.
Like Graduation, My Beautiful Duchess of Fantasy, Boy Meets World, Fresh Prince.
Yeah, Boy Meets World and Fresh Prince weren't even leaving.
We always got those two.
Word. It was going to be between the other two for sure.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. That is our segment of One Gotta RIP. Tell us what your favorite shows are out of these four. Which one will you be okay living without? But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Tell a friend. Peace.